like to preach discipline. I like to preach consistency because they go hand in hand. You could be disciplined, but if you're not disciplined over time, which is consistency, then the discipline doesn't matter. So you have to give yourself enough time to make a habit considered consistent. You can't be disciplined for a week, 2 weeks, a month, and then fall off, find your way back, discipline for another month, fall off, and you can't keep doing that over and over. It has to be consistent. And when I say consistent, it's consecutive. Days turn to weeks, weeks turn to months, months turn to years. And when you're consecutively consistent, that's when you build the habits that now become your foundation. But these habits that you build can't become your foundation without the consecutive consistency. So it's one thing to be consistent, because anybody can be consistent over a short amount of time. But the people who truly change, the people who truly get the goal that they want in life, whatever that goal is for you, they're consecutively consistent over a long period of time. They forge those new habits, and those habits become their foundation. Once those habits become your foundation, this is your new operating system. This is your new standard. So I like to preach with my brand's catchphrase is by any means, and then it's set the standard, become the standard. Because you want to set the standard through these habits that you've built, but not only set that standard, because anybody can set a standard and not reach that standard or not adhere to that standard. You have to become that standard. You have to embody that standard. And once you truly become this standard, this is your new operating system. This is what you live by now. And it's not something that you have to think about. This is just something that you automatically do because of the repetition and the reps that you've put in. That's why people preach 10,000 hours in certain things to become a master, because once you hit those 10,000 hours, now it's on autopilot. Now it's in your subconscious mind. It's like driving a car. When you get in the car and you start driving and you get on the interstate or whatever, and you're turning the steering wheel, you're putting on your blinker, you're braking, you're not thinking about this. You're just in autopilot. So now you're able to drive and listen to a podcast and be able to digest the information that you're getting from the podcast without having to think about driving. That's how you want your habits to be. You want to be able to make your habits into a system to where they're now on autopilot, and you don't have to think about these things. You just do. So going to the gym, I'm not thinking about it. I just know it needs to be done, so I'm just doing it. Anything that comes to work, whatever work is for you, you're not thinking about it. You're not giving yourself an option. You're just doing it because it's now in your subconscious mind. Any good habit needs to be programmed into your subconscious mind. So now this is your new operating system. And this is only possible through consistency, through consecutive consistency. That's why things like 75 hard are so beneficial for people, because it's not the program 75 hard itself. It's just what it builds, because you're doing something for 75 days and you're not allowed to miss. And when you miss, you have to start over until you get it right. And this forces you to have that consecutive consistency. And once you are consistent for those 75 days, that's when it rewires your brain. And it's just a program. You're programming yourself. So if you're able to program yourself without 75 hard with things that are truly beneficial to you and your situation, right? Because working out twice a day, one inside, one outside, might not be beneficial for you, but what is beneficial that's going to max you out, that's completely beneficial for you in your unique situation, that you can program yourself to run this every single day so that you're stacking wins every single day, right? So you just have to find something that works for you, find things that work for you. Most of the time, the workout is going to be a non-negotiable for people. Your diet and nutrition is going to be a non-negotiable for people. Any form of recovery, stretching, meditation, sauna, ice bath, something that's just going to help you recover from rigorous physical training should be something that is a non-negotiable for you. Something to do with work and your job and getting something done daily that's going to move you forward, especially for an entrepreneur. Something that's going to move you forward daily is something that should be a non-negotiable, and something that should be plugged into your subconscious program. And just finding these little things that now you have a list of things that you're going to program into your subconscious mind to run daily, that's going to help you become the ultimate version of yourself. And like I said, that's what 75 Hard does for people. When you could really do that for yourself and make it even more beneficial, and taking out some of these things from 75 Hard and implementing something that's going to benefit you and your unique situation. So going into the new year, really just think about the things you need to subtract and the things that you need to add, because a lot of the times you might be doing everything right, and it's just that you're doing everything right, but you're also doing things that you shouldn't be doing. And it's a simple process of what do I need to take away instead of what do I need to add. Because the things that you're doing that are kind of hindering you or holding you back are weighing the things that you're doing right down. So a lot of the times that's the case. A lot of the time for a lot of people, it's vices. It's smoking weed, it's drinking, it's partying, it's women, lust. So what vice is holding you back? What do you need to subtract instead of thinking about what do you need to add? Because vices are something that are very hard to shake, but once you are able to shake them, it's like you're opening up new doors. It's all of that brain power and that brain capacity that you were using to put forth towards those vices are now freed up to start using towards whatever your goal is, whatever your ambition is. And you just have more firepower, more brain power to actually get after it. All of these things are just something you need to think going into the new year, instead of writing out New Year's resolutions without any real plan on how to reconstruct self. Because all of the external things are just waiting for you to come get them. They're there for you, but you're not going to get those things until you master self-development. Because it's not even how do you get these things, it's who do you need to become to get these things. All of these things are vibrating at a certain frequency, which we all know frequency is just, it's the law of attraction. So you have to be vibing at that same frequency, vibrating at that same frequency to attract those things to you, instead of using all of your energy and trying to force things. You can literally attract things to you just by the vibration that you're putting out. And the vibration comes from the self-development. It comes through your daily habits and the things that you are doing to vibrate at that frequency of the life that you want or the things that you want. Because everything in the external world it's already there for you. And since it's already there waiting for you, that life that you feel is calling you or that you're being pulled towards every day when you wake up and you're constantly thinking about this life that you know you should be living, this life that you know that you just feel like it's almost like you feel like you've lived the life already. And it's because in a separate reality, you are already living that life. That life is already destined for you, but you're not living in alignment with your habits are not aligned with the outcome that you desire. And if they're not aligned with the outcome that you desire, how the hell do you expect to get the thing? You're not doing what you need to do to get the desired outcome. Your habits are not aligned, so basically you're telling the universe that I don't really want this thing. I just like thinking about it. And the thing that you're thinking about is already here. You just have to go take it. You just have to go grab it. And that's the crazy thing about it is why live in a dream world when you can really have it? Why really fake being that person when you can really be that person? And technically you are already that person once you strip the bad habits and align yourself with the good habits that you need to be to have the thing. It's crazy. Why would you live in a dream world when it can be your actual reality? So like I said, man, going into the new year, just really think about these things and let's level up, man. 2026 is all about leveling up. I know we say that every single year, but listen, whatever it takes for you to adopt a mindset of you can fully transform your life in 6 months to a year. If it takes the beginning of every year for you to actually reset and actually go after what you want, then by all means, reset every new year and go again. You really should be doing that every day though. When you wake up, you reset and you go again. You take the regret that you had from the past day, the past week, and you apply that and you move from that point forward and use that regret as your guideline. So you don't have to wait for a new year to reset. You can literally reset every new 24 hours, and even less than that, you can reset every moment. Every moment that you think about the things that you're doing wrong, you can reset and move forward from that point right there. But I get it. It's a new year. It's a fresh start. So we're going to take it for what it is. It's a new year. So let's fucking get after it. All right. Don't let another year go to waste on you not becoming the version of you that you know that you can be. Because that version of you is waiting for you to come. That life that you are constantly dreaming about is waiting for you to come get it. And we don't want to just start in the new year and have all of this momentum and all of these changes and this perception and mindset shift, and then a month, 2 months, 3 months down the line, we get to February and March, and now you've completely aborted mission. You've aborted the mission already. That means that your dream is not really as important as you say it is, because as soon as you hit an obstacle, as soon as you get a little resistance, that's when you want to turn back, or that's when you want to jump ship. If every time you meet a little bit of resistance, you jump ship, you're never going to get the thing. You're never going to get the life that you desire, because there's always going to be some sort of obstacle. There's always going to be some resistance. That's how you know you're on the right path. Everybody else turns back when they hit the obstacle. That's why everybody else is not getting to the goal. That's why it's a goal, because if it's worth having, you have to overcome obstacles. You have to overcome the resistance. That's what's going to separate you from everybody else. If you don't go through the obstacles, that makes you the same as the next person. The people that make it, whatever making it is, they overcome the obstacles. That's what gets them to the other side. If you want to be like everybody else, then turn around as soon as you hit the obstacle. But if you want to be like the 1%, the people that are actually getting the life that you're dreaming of, you have to do what they do. You have to solve problems. You have to become the version of yourself that is actually worthy of attaining the thing. All right, so like I said, man, 2026, we about to get the fuck after it and take what the fuck is ours. We're not dreaming anymore. We're turning dreams to reality through hard work, through effort, through rewiring our subconscious brain and changing our mindset from what if to even if. What if this doesn't work out? Nah, it's even if this doesn't work out, I'm gonna do so and so. Is what if they laugh at me? Nah, it's even if they laugh at me, I'm gonna keep pushing forward. Because they're not even trying, and I'm actually getting better with each failure. It's what if this isn't my year? It's no, even if this isn't my year, I'm going to take all of the lessons that I've learned from this year and apply it to the next one so that next year will be my year. So you have to change your mindset from a mindset of scarcity to a mindset of abundance. I don't give a fuck. By any means, I gotta have this shit. And once you start thinking like that, the universe will get out your way and everything will become clear. Because purpose breeds clarity. And once you have the clarity, the only thing that's left is to take the action. Let's get after it, man.